The clock of heaven is about to strike, and when it does, a new season will be announced over your life. There is a moment hidden from human eyes, yet engraved in eternity's calendar, reserved just for you. That moment is not an accident, not a stroke of luck, and not a mere coincidence. It is the appointed hour, the precise time when the key will finally turn, when the door that seemed permanently locked will swing open before you. I, the Lord, speak directly to your heart today. What once felt distant, unreachable, or impossible is now on the verge of unfolding. Even as you hear these words, something far greater than you can imagine is already in motion. My angels have been dispatched, situations are being rearranged, and hardened hearts are being softened. Everything is aligning so that my promise over you can come to pass. You did not come this far by chance. It is no accident that your ears and your spirit are receiving this word right now. I arranged this very encounter with you because I want you to know, the change you have longed for is already underway. Before we continue, I want you to take a simple yet powerful step of faith. Respond with an act that declares agreement in your heart. Just as lifting your hands in prayer is an outward sign of surrender, let this gesture be a testimony that you receive this word. Every small act of faith opens the way for greater breakthroughs, for each action is like planting a seed in fertile ground, destined to sprout at the appointed time. Now picture a forgotten key lying in a drawer for years. No one touches it. No one remembers it. It seems small, insignificant, without value, until the day you face a locked door that no other key can open. Suddenly, that overlooked key becomes the very tool of your freedom. This is what my promise is like in your life. For a time, it may have seemed forgotten, irrelevant, or too small to matter. Perhaps you even doubted if it was still worth believing in. But the hour has come when that hidden key will turn, and when it does, you will see that nothing was wasted and no delay was in vain. Remember Joseph, sold as a slave, abandoned in an Egyptian prison, with every circumstance stacked against him. To human eyes, his story looked hopeless. Yet in a single night, the key of his destiny turned. From prisoner, he was promoted to governor because my hand moved heaven and earth on his behalf. What looked like a setback was truly preparation. So it is with you. The waiting you've endured was not abandonment, it was training. In the silence, I was shaping your character, deepening your patience, and refining your faith so you would be ready when the door opened. You may ask me, Lord, why so much time? Why so many tears? The answer lies in the mystery of the seed. When a seed is planted, it disappears beneath the soil. To the human eye, it seems dead, forgotten. But beneath the surface, hidden growth takes place. Roots stretch deep, life reorganizes itself, until the day it bursts through the ground in strength. The blessing you've been waiting for is undergoing the very same process. My silence is not neglect. It is proof that I am working in places unseen, preparing a harvest greater than you imagine. Maybe you feel weary like one who has walked long miles through a desert. The sun scorched your skin. Thirst wore you down. Your feet ache as if they cannot take another step. Yet hear me, just as Israel crossed the wilderness and reached the promised land, you too will not remain stuck in a barren valley. I am the living water who quenches your thirst. I am the shade that shelters you from the burning heat. I am the cloud that guides your path. And the key to your journey is about to turn. You are closer than you realize to the place I prepared for you. Think of your life as a house filled with many doors. Some you opened with ease while others remained closed, bringing frustration. How many times did you try to force a handle only to fail? How many times did you knock and no one answered? But today I declare, the right key is already in your hands. I give you authority to open the door that once seemed impossible. For I am the one who closes doors no man can open, and I am also the one who opens doors no man can shut. Nothing and no one will be able to stop what I am about to release into your life. Do not look at your age nor at the years that have passed as if the season of harvest is gone. Abraham received my promise when all human hope had faded. Sarah gave birth in her old age because my promise does not depend on logic, it depends on my word. The key does not bow to human calendars. It moves only at the command of heaven. And when I declare, now is the time, nothing on earth or in the unseen realm can delay it. You are still going to witness miracles you never even imagined, because I delight in surprising those who wait on me with unwavering faith. I know the prayers you have whispered again and again. I saw you when you sat in silence, when you wept in secret where no one else could see. Those tears were never forgotten. Each one was carefully gathered, lifted like an offering before my throne. In heaven they became a memorial, an unending cry for justice, a petition that could not be ignored. The key that is about to turn in your favor is the answer to those very prayers. Do not underestimate the power of a single tear born from a sincere heart, for it moves the heart of your Father in heaven. Life is like a great clock. Its hands seem to move slowly, almost as if nothing is happening. But then, at the appointed second, the bell rings and the moment arrives. The timing of heaven is never late, never early, but always perfect. And your moment is drawing near. Soon you will know you were not forgotten, but rather prepared for something far greater than you expected. So I say to you, be ready. For when the key turns, it will not happen gradually, it will happen suddenly. And when it does, my glory will shine visibly upon your life. Think of the farmer. He prepares the soil, plants the seed, and waits through the long days when nothing seems to sprout. Yet he does not give up because he trusts the law of the harvest. He knows the rain will come in its time. In the same way you have been faithful in the waiting. You kept believing even when your eyes saw nothing. You kept walking forward even when tears blurred your vision. That act of faith is what sustains you even now. Just as the farmer does not abandon his field after the first day, you must not abandon your faith because the answer tarried. The sky is already heavy with the rain of blessing, ready to pour upon you. But understand this, when the key turns, it does not open just a single door. It unlocks pathways, opportunities, and divine connections you never dreamed possible. I can use strangers to bless you. I can move those in authority, soften hardened hearts, and even overturn decrees spoken against you. The key I have fashioned for you is not small, not ordinary, but abundant, because I am the God of limitless provision. Therefore, do not be swayed by your circumstances. Do not allow fear to drown out your faith. Remember Peter, he only began to sink when he shifted his gaze from me to the waves around him. But as long as his eyes remained fixed, he walked upon the very waters that once threatened to swallow him. So it will be with you. Keep your eyes on the promise, for the key is about to turn. And when it does, you will stand on top of situations that once pulled you under. I speak with love and with authority. The old season is ending. Scarcity is breaking. The long wait is giving way to fulfillment. The key is turning even now to open the door of abundance, of joy, of healing, of restoration. Many doubted you. Many mocked your faith. But all will see that I am faithful to complete what I have spoken. Did not the psalmist declare, "In the time of favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you"? So I tell you, this is the appointed time. This is the day of salvation. You are only moments away from beholding what once felt unreachable. The clock of heaven does not delay, does not err, does not confuse. The season you longed for will not be postponed again. It is the hour of blossoming. You have walked through deserts, endured storms, faced nights of darkness. Yet every trial is about to be transformed into testimony when the key in my hand turns on your behalf. And remember this, when I open a door, it is never just one chance. I carve rivers through deserts. I part seas before the oppressed. I lift horizons where walls once stood. What I prepare for you is far greater than anything you could design, because my thoughts stretch beyond the borders of your imagination. Your vision is like a narrow window, but mine is the boundless sky. Just as the sun rises each morning without opposition, your blessing has already been decreed. Clouds may veil it for a moment, but they cannot stop the sun from shining. And so, the light of your promise is already breaking the horizon. The night of uncertainty is ending. The dawn of fulfillment is near. Every tear, every prayer, every whispered word in my presence is being woven into a song of joy. Think of the potter shaping clay with steady hands. You are the vessel in my hands, and a vessel must often be pressed, molded, broken, and reshaped until it carries the perfect design. Many times you have felt shattered, as though the fragments of your life were scattered beyond repair. Yet never once did I stop being the potter. My steady hands have always been upon you, working quietly, shaping patiently, turning even the cracks into lines of beauty. The key that is about to turn will not simply open a door, it will unlock understanding. It will reveal the purpose behind every scar, every wound, every season you thought was wasted. You will see that nothing was in vain. Even the pain you endured became the raw material of a glorious future. Understand this deeply. The turning of the key is not only about material breakthroughs, it is also a spiritual awakening. The door I open will bring clarity where confusion reigned, courage where fear once paralyzed, hope where despair had taken root. Just as the wind moves across the earth, stirring everything in its path, my spirit is now breathing over you. I am lifting what has fallen, reigniting what seemed extinguished, and strengthening what felt too weak to stand. Think of your journey. How many times did you believe you could not endure another step? How many times did you think the story was over? And yet, here you are, still standing, listening to my voice. That alone is proof that my hand never left you. Even when you could not sense it, I was carrying you in my arms. The footprints you failed to see in the sand were mine because I walked in your place. Now the time has come when you will see with your own eyes. The one who sustained you in silence is the same one who will lift you in the open. Do not let your mind confine what I am about to do. You see a small doorway, but I am the creator of the heavens and the earth. I stretched out the skies with a word. What feels too great for you is only the beginning for me. The key I am turning will not only open the door you have been expecting, it will open gates of opportunity, windows of fresh beginnings, and pathways where no road existed. Think of the phoenix that rises out of the ashes. Many thought your dreams were consumed, that the fire of life destroyed everything you hoped for. But I tell you, ashes can be the soil of renewal. Out of what you thought was loss, I will bring forth new life. The turning of this key will be so astonishing that even the doubters around you will testify, this was the hand of God. Remember David before Goliath. Everyone expected defeat. But what looked fragile, a single stone in the hands of a young shepherd, became the weapon that brought down a giant. In the same way, I will use what seems small in your hands to accomplish what the world calls impossible. The key I place in you is not forged from earthly gold, but from eternal power. And when it turns, no giant, no wall, no chain will be able to withstand it. Know this with certainty: my faithfulness cannot fail. I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should change my mind. What I promised still stands. Others around you may have surrendered hope, but my word over your life remains alive. The key you've been waiting for has already been crafted in heaven, and I myself will place it in your hands. Picture someone who has waited years to receive an inheritance. The days pass, seasons change, and the heir grows older, until suddenly the day arrives when the rightful possession is released. This is the moment you are entering now. What I prepared for you was never new in my heart. It was written into your story from the very beginning. But now the appointed time has arrived for you to take possession, to open the door, and to live what has always been destined for you. Every delay will be revealed as divine protection. How many times did you ask for something and I withheld it? It was not neglect. It was wisdom, because I knew you were not yet ready. A blessing that comes too soon can become a burden, but a blessing released in its perfect time becomes a victory. Now that your heart has been refined, now that your faith has been strengthened, you are prepared to carry what once you could not. Think of a woman awaiting the birth of her child. 4 months she waits, carrying discomfort, facing restless nights, enduring pain. Yet when the baby is born, every hardship is swallowed up in joy. So it shall be with you. The sorrow you carried will give way to laughter. The waiting will turn into harvest. The struggle will be transformed into dancing. The birth of the promise is near, standing right at the threshold, and the key I have prepared is about to unlock the cradle of fulfillment. Many still ask, can this really be possible? And I answer, I am the God who parts seas, who brings down walls, who breathes life into what was once lifeless. If I raised Lazarus after 4 days in the grave, will I not also breathe life into the dreams you thought buried forever? The key I turn does not recognize impossibility, for there is no such thing in my kingdom. Where there was once lack, you will see overflowing abundance. Where pain once ruled, healing will take its place. Where division separated, reconciliation will spring forth. Where walls stood unbreakable, new doors will open wide. All this will happen because I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. If my faithfulness was proven in the past, it will be your assurance in the present. My constancy is the very seal of your victory. Prepare yourself to testify. What I will do in your life will not remain hidden. Your story will shine like a lighthouse, guiding others out of the shadows of doubt. It will be living proof that I still keep promises, that I still shift destinies, that I still hold the keys of heaven in my hands. Even those who never believed will look at you and see undeniable evidence of my glory. You will be like a letter, not written with ink, but inscribed by my Spirit upon the pages of your life. So breathe deeply now and receive the peace I place in your heart. Anxiety loses its grip, fear is silenced, uncertainty dissolves, because my voice speaks louder. The key is about to turn, and nothing will be able to stop what is coming to meet you. In just a short while, you will feel the gentle wind of the promise drawing near. But this is no ordinary wind, it is not born of nature. It is the very breath of the Holy Spirit, blowing fresh upon your life. And when the key turns, it is not just a door that swings open, it is the move of my Spirit filling every corner of your being. Where there was war inside, He will establish peace. Where sorrow once reigned, He will pour out joy. Where weakness tried to break you, He will clothe you with strength. For I am not only the God who speaks, I am also the God who breathes. And the Holy Spirit is the seal of every promise. He is the undeniable guarantee that what is about to unfold is not the work of human hands, but my own. He is the invisible key that reaches places no earthly key could ever touch. He enters the hidden chambers of the heart, heals wounds long ignored, and restores broken places you had already abandoned. Think of a fragrance that drifts into a room without asking permission. So is the presence of my Spirit. Wherever He enters, the atmosphere changes. The weight of oppression disappears, despair gives way, and hope awakens again. The turning of the key I prepare for you is not merely an outward shift. It begins within. For it is the Spirit who tills the soil of the heart, making it ready to receive the harvest of promise. Picture a house that has been closed for many years. The air grows heavy, the dust settles on every surface, the rooms are swallowed by darkness. But then a window opens and the wind rushes in. Light fills the rooms. The air is renewed. Life returns to what was silent. This is what will happen when my Spirit breathes upon you. Ancient doors will open, hidden chains will break, because He is the key that liberates, the light that reveals, the fire that purifies and rekindles what had grown cold. Many measure blessing only by what is material, by wealth, achievements, or recognition. But the greatest turning of the key is spiritual. For when my Spirit enters, He does not merely rearrange what surrounds you. He transforms what is within you. He gives you new sight to perceive my ways. He sharpens your discernment so you will not be misled when opportunities come. He strengthens your faith so you may stand firm when the door finally opens. The greatest gift will not simply be the blessing you receive, but the Comforter who walks beside you through the entire journey. Remember Pentecost. The disciples were gathered, locked away, afraid and uncertain of what lay ahead. But then the breath of my Spirit filled the room. In an instant, ordinary men were transformed into bold witnesses who would carry light to the world. The turning of the key that day was not just an outward change, it was the outpouring of my Spirit upon them. So it will be with you. My Spirit will ignite within you a fire that no one can quench. Where your mind has grown weary, He will bring renewal. Where your body has felt weak, He will restore strength. Where your lips once spoke only complaint, they will now declare victory. The Holy Spirit is not a passing visitor. He is friend. He is counselor. He is faithful companion. The key I place in your hands is not just any key, it is the key that opens the heavens and releases showers of grace over your life. Where there was once barrenness, fruit will spring forth. Where death seemed to reign, life will emerge. What felt distant and out of reach will suddenly draw near. Understand this. Transformation will not come through your own strength or human effort. It will not come from striving or pushing in your own might. The change that is coming will come by my Spirit. Remember what I declared to Zerubbabel, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit. That word still echoes today, for it is my Spirit who carves out pathways where none exist, who imparts courage when enemies surround you, and who releases wisdom where only confusion once lived. Perhaps you feel your strength has run dry. But when the breath of my Spirit moves, even dry bones rise again. The valley that looked like the end becomes the stage for resurrection. Just as in Ezekiel's vision, my Spirit breathes into what seems hopeless, and an entire army rises from the dust of despair. My Spirit is the key that turns ashes into beauty, tears into laughter, and defeat into radiant victory. Even now, feel His presence surrounding you. He comes like a gentle river, washing away the heaviness and refreshing your weary soul. He comes like holy oil poured out upon your head, bringing healing, consecration, and peace. He comes like fire, warming your heart, igniting passion, and illuminating the way forward. Every description falls short, for the Spirit cannot be confined to words. He is the very breath of life flowing within you. Many search for signs, proof, or outward confirmation. But I tell you, the greatest sign is already within you. When my Spirit dwells inside, you carry the compass that points true north, the lamp that lights your path, the quiet voice that speaks when the noise of the world grows loud. With Him you will never lose your way. His presence is the unshakable assurance that I am with you to the very end. Consider the wind, you cannot see it, yet you feel its power. You do not know its origin, but you know when it arrives. So it is with my Spirit. He does not need to be seen to be real. His nearness is enough to transform everything. When the Spirit moves, what was ordinary becomes extraordinary. A simple word becomes a declaration of power. A small step becomes an act of faith. The weak are strengthened, the timid receive boldness, and what is little is multiplied until it overflows. Think of a ship sitting motionless on still waters. The moment the wind fills its sails, it is carried farther than it could ever go by its own effort. So my Spirit will fill you and propel you beyond the limits of your own ability. Do not fear the future, for my Spirit is already there. Do not fear the present, for He is with you now. Do not fear the past, for He is able to heal the most painful memories and restore what was broken. The turning of the key I have prepared for you will come with the assurance that you will never walk alone again. Just as the dove descended upon my son at the Jordan, my Spirit now rests upon you. Just as tongues of fire fell upon the disciples in the upper room, that same fire now burns within you, a flame that cannot be extinguished. Like a seal pressed upon an important document, He marks your life as mine, declaring before heaven and earth that you belong to me. This is not a temporary blessing, it is eternal. For where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. That is why I say, open wide your heart. Do not resist His gentle touch. The door is before you and the key is already turning. But when it opens, it will be the Spirit who leads you step by step, giving discernment to keep you from losing your way and strength to remain firm. The blessing will not fade, because His presence ensures that everything He begins is lasting and true. The Holy Spirit does not merely carry the promise, He is the promise. His indwelling is the confirmation that heaven has moved in your favor, and once He enters, your life can never be the same again. In just a little while, your own eyes will witness that no area of your life has been overlooked by heaven. The key I am turning does not open only one door, it opens many. It touches your family, your health, your finances, your relationships, and your destiny. I am the God of fullness. I do not work halfway, nor do I deliver incomplete promises. When my Spirit moves, He brings restoration in every dimension of your life. And first, I will begin with your family. How many tears have you cried for the ones you love, asking for their hearts to change, pleading for reconciliation, longing for them to be reached by my hand? The key I am preparing does not only open doors of opportunity, it also unlocks the hearts of those you love. I am able to reach the distant son, the rebellious daughter, the hardened spouse, the estranged sibling. Just as I open Lydia's heart to receive my word, I can open the hearts within your very household. When my key turns, reconciliation flows where division once reigned. Forgiveness springs forth where bitterness had taken root. Closeness returns where distance had built walls. How many homes appear beautiful on the outside, yet inside are marked by silence, isolation, and hearts locked away? I enter those homes. For when my key moves, it does not simply open a physical door, it opens the doors of affection, of communication, of trust. I restore laughter to living rooms, bring warmth back to family tables, and reignite the fire of communion that once grew cold. This transformation will not be yours alone, it will ripple through your entire family. Now consider your health. Perhaps you have carried pain in your body, wrestled with difficult diagnoses, or endured sleepless nights of discomfort. Many voices may have said, there is no cure, there is no way forward. But I am Jehovah Rapha, the Lord your healer. The key I turn also opens the path to restoration in your body. I breathe life into every cell. I strengthen weary bones. I mend organs. I align systems in perfect harmony. What medicine cannot explain, my power will accomplish. Even when doctors declare, there is nothing more we can do, I speak a different word, rise and walk. Just as I healed the paralytic by the pool, so I release a new wave of healing over you. And not only your body but your soul as well. For many carry wounds no one else sees. Hidden scars of rejection, unspoken traumas, memories that weigh like chains. My key enters those secret places. It pours healing balm over broken emotions, untangles knots of pain, and wipes away the residue of sorrow. I restore your mind, calm your anxious heart, and clothe you with the peace that surpasses all human understanding. Now think of your relationships. How many bonds were lost along the way? How many friendships shattered? How many ties weakened by words spoken or by silence held too long? I am the God of reconciliation. The key I hold restores relationships that seem dead and gone. Just as the prodigal son was welcomed back into the arms of his father, so too do I mend the ties of brothers, sisters, friends, and loved ones. And not only do I restore but I also protect. Some people were removed from your path not as a punishment, but as my protection. They could not walk with you into the place I am leading you. Do not see it as loss, see it as my careful hand removing what could have delayed you. And I do not only remove, I also add. I bring new connections, companions aligned with your purpose, friendships that strengthen, relationships that build you up. The key opens doors of true alliances, people who will be like pillars in your life, strong, steady, supportive. Now turn your eyes to your finances. How many times have you looked into an empty wallet, stared at mounting bills, and felt the crushing weight of lack? But I tell you this, My key also opens the storehouse. I am the God of provision, not of scarcity. I bring water from the rock, rain manna from heaven, and multiply loaves and fishes to feed thousands. The same God who filled the widow's jar of oil until it overflowed is the same God who multiplies for you today. I did not call you to live in constant lack but in provision, so that not only your needs are supplied, but you may also become a vessel of blessing to others. The turning of the key reaches even deeper. It touches your very purpose. You are not alive by accident. You do not wander without direction. I formed a plan for you while you were still in your mother's womb. Many times you have asked yourself, what is my place? Why was I created? And I say to you, the key I turn brings clarity. I awaken gifts that have slept within you. I stir talents you did not even realize you carried. I reveal paths you had never considered. Your purpose is not something far off in the future. It begins now. From this moment forward, each step will be guided by my Spirit, aligned with the eternal calling placed upon your life. Think of Moses. For 40 years he wandered the wilderness, tending sheep in obscurity. Many would have said his life was wasted, his story forgotten. Yet one encounter with a burning bush, one touch of my Spirit, and his destiny shifted forever. From shepherd of sheep, he became shepherd of a nation, a deliverer chosen to lead my people to freedom. So it will be with you. The key I turn will pull you out of anonymity and set you in the very center of the purpose for which I designed you. And understand this, the change I bring is not only for you, it is generational. What I unlock in your life will ripple into your children, your children's children, and beyond. The blessings I pour into your life will not stop with you. They will flow into your children, your grandchildren, and even your great-grandchildren. What once looked like an unbroken chain of generational pain will be shattered. Cycles of sorrow will end, and cycles of victory will begin because of what I am doing in you today. The key turning in your life is not only closing the doors of yesterday's wounds, it is unlocking the doors of tomorrow's triumphs for those who come after you. Many will enjoy the harvest of what I am planting in your heart right now. Do not look back with regret. Do not grieve the years you thought were wasted. For I am the God who restores what was stolen. The seasons consumed by fear, by loss, by scarcity, I return them to you in fullness. Just as I restored Job, giving him double for all that he had endured, I am restoring to you multiplied joy, renewed strength, and an overflowing hope. Lift your eyes forward. See with the vision of faith, not with the memory of pain. The key is already in the lock and I am stirring something within your spirit even now. You are not just stepping into a new season, you will be given the power to remain in it, to be established, and to flourish. The Holy Spirit will walk beside you as your guide, your teacher, and your closest companion. The door I am opening is not temporary, it is secured. For I do not give fleeting blessings, I establish eternal inheritances. So I say, rejoice even before you see. Sing before the answer arrives. Dance before the breakthrough is visible. For when you celebrate in faith, you already take possession of what I have prepared for you. The song that once felt trapped in your soul will break forth as a song of triumph. Hands that once hung heavy will rise in worship. Hearts that were weighed down with sorrow will burst with joy. The turning of this key touches every part of your being, spiritual, emotional, physical, relational, financial, and even the work of your calling. I leave nothing untouched because I love every detail of who you are. I am the God who numbers every hair on your head, who notices every sigh, who treasures every tear. And because nothing escapes my care, nothing will be left out of the work I am doing in you. You are moments away from seeing not only my Spirit moving, but also my heavenly army dispatched for your sake. Though you may have felt you were fighting alone, what your eyes cannot see is that mighty battles are being fought on your behalf in the unseen realm. I do not release words without power, I also release warriors. Among them is Michael, the archangel, the prince of my heavenly host, who fights for my promises and protects those who belong to me. Michael rises with sword drawn, ready to tear down walls and scatter every resistance. Understand this, when the key of your destiny is about to turn, the resistance of the enemy often increases. He knows that an open door means freedom, advancement, and victory. That is why he throws obstacles in your path, raises false accusations, and tries to block your progress. But do not fear, Michael is already moving. He is the guardian of my promises, the warrior who defeats giants you could never face alone. Remember Daniel, who prayed faithfully for 21 days. His prayer was heard the moment it left his lips, but the answer was delayed by a battle in the heavens. It was Michael who entered the fight to secure the breakthrough and deliver the response. So it is with you. The answers that seem delayed are not denials, they are battles being won in the spiritual realm. Michael has been dispatched on your behalf, and nothing will stop the key from turning at the appointed time. Do you see the weight of this truth? Every door on earth that swings open has already been unlocked in heaven. Michael wars against the forces that seek to keep closed the very doors I have decreed will open. He breaks chains, tears down spiritual barriers, and silences every accusing voice. When Michael advances, even the most stubborn demons scatter. When his sword strikes, the kingdom of darkness trembles and retreats. This turning of the key in your life is not merely a human act. It is a divine decree, sealed with heavenly authority. You do not fight alone, because I have already commanded my angels concerning you. They will guard you in every step you take. This is not poetic language, it is reality. Michael and his army surround you now, ensuring that the door I open for you will never be shut by human hands or demonic powers. Picture it, a massive iron gate, bound by heavy chains, impossible in human strength to open. Now see Michael stepping forward, sword blazing, striking down every chain until they snap one by one. With a thunderous crash, the gate swings wide and you walk through it with your head lifted high. This is the vision of what is about to unfold in your life. Chains that bound you for years, chains of fear, of shame, of limitation, are breaking even now. Do not underestimate the reality of this spiritual realm. Many of the struggles you faced were not just circumstantial. They were invisible battles designed to delay your promise, to steal your peace, to weaken your faith. But I tell you this, Michael fights for you. And he does not lose, for he wars under my command, in my authority, with my power. You may feel exhausted as though your strength has run out, but hear this truth, this battle was never won by your power but by mine. The war is not carried on your shoulders, it rests on my decree. Michael fights not because you begged for help, but because I myself appointed him to move on your behalf. The decree has already been signed, the victory already released, and what once seemed sealed shut will now swing wide open before you. Just as the iron gates of the prison opened before Peter without human hands, so too will barriers open before you. The enemy believed he could bind you with spiritual chains, trapping you in doubt, fear, lack, and anxiety. But when Michael rises to act, chains shatter, walls fall, and no prison can hold you. He has been sent to make sure you walk in the full freedom I already purchased for you. When the key turns, it not only unlocks the door but also seals victory in both heaven and earth. Michael stands to protect what is yours. He is the warrior angel, the guardian of your inheritance in me. So do not tremble when attacks come. They are not proof of defeat, but evidence that the enemy is terrified. He knows he cannot stop what I have set in motion, so he only tries to distract you. But I tell you, your mind will be kept in peace, your heart will be strengthened, and your vision will be clear. Michael has already gone ahead of you and opened the way. Now imagine this, you are walking down that path that has been cleared. Behind you lie shattered chains. Before you, the promise is waiting to be fulfilled. Beside you, the Holy Spirit guiding your every step. Over you, the shadow of the Almighty covering you. Around you, Michael and the host of heaven forming an impenetrable wall of protection. This is the picture of what I am preparing. This is the turning of the key, a complete movement in the spiritual and natural realm, secured by heaven's army. The trumpet of victory is about to sound over your life. What was once only a promise is now becoming reality. What was hidden will be revealed. What was bound will be loosed. What seemed impossible will turn into a testimony. The key is turning, and Michael stands in position to make sure nothing interrupts my work. And understand this turn will not be silent. It will not happen in secret. All will see what I am doing. Just as Joseph was lifted from the dungeon and placed before Pharaoh in plain sight, so will your turnaround be public. Those who doubted you will witness my faithfulness, and it will be so undeniable that the only conclusion will be, God did this. Michael does not only fight, he also announces victory. His presence is proof that the decree has already been sealed. You have no need to fear the future, for it is already safeguarded. Every step you take is protected. Every decision is under my guidance. Every door has been secured by heaven's hand. The entire heavens have moved in your favor. Like a general arranging his army before battle, I have positioned every soldier, every angel, every strategy for this moment. The Spirit inspires you, Michael defends you, the angels surround you, and I myself go before you. With such an army there is no way for you to lose. And when the victory manifests, do not shrink back in doubt or question, but celebrate with confidence. Lift songs of gratitude. Rejoice openly. Share the testimony of what I have done, for your victory is not just for you, it will become a beacon for many. People will be drawn to me by what they see in you. Your story will shine like a lighthouse in the dark, guiding others to the hope they thought was lost. The turning key now opens doors to new beginnings. Despair will turn to hope. Endless battles will turn to rest. Wounds will be turned into healing. Scarcity will be turned into abundance. That is the complete work I accomplish when I decide to turn the key. And once I open a door, no one can close it. No decree of man, no earthly authority, no power of darkness can undo what I have spoken. The enemy may whisper lies and try to stir doubt, but your victory has already been written in the book of life. And at the core of it all stands one eternal truth: I have loved you from the beginning. Every detail of your life has been preserved in my care. Every tear has been counted. Every prayer has been heard. Now the time has come. What seemed distant has become reality. The key has turned, the door has opened, the Spirit leads you, Michael guards you, and you walk forward in undeniable victory.